Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from the home of the Laurel Highlands High School boys soccer team here at Mustang Field, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the Uniontown Red Raiders. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupain. We welcome you aboard for tonight's boys soccer game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture, featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Fernan, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain, and we'll be back with the lineups for both teams after these messages. South Union Township invites you to Brunch on the Bridge, prepared by Chef Joe Carey, on the Sheepskin Trail in South Union Township at Hutchinson Park on Stadium Drive. Sunday, October the 8th, from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. The buffet includes French toast, omelets, ham, potatoes, fruit salad, sweet rolls, coffee, and juice. The cost is just $15 per person, and kids 5 and under eat free. This is sponsored by the Friends of the Sheepskin Trail, with the proceeds benefiting the Sheepskin Trail Match Fund. For tickets or more information, contact the South Union Township office at 724-438-5480. That's 724-438-5480.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Welcome back to Mustang Field. Laurel Highlands hosting Uniontown boys soccer action tonight here on the South Union Township Sports Network. I'm now going to turn it over to our public address announcer, Barry Rosner, for tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School and Mustang Field, where tonight the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands is hosting the Red Raiders of Uniontown in a boys section soccer game. Ladies and gentlemen, before we meet our starting lineups, a reminder to everyone that there's no smoking anywhere here on the property of Laurel Highlands. And now we ask you to direct your attention down to the soccer field to meet our starting lineups. First of all, for our visitors, the Uniontown Red Raiders, under the head coaching of Greg Peck and assisted by Scott Fitzpatrick. They come in tonight's contest with an overall record of 1-7. A senior, number 9, Cole Walagera. A senior, number 16, David Eitner. A senior, number 19, Jonathan Davis. A senior, number 8, Tyler Beachy. A junior, number 17, Benjamin Witt. A junior, number 7, Nolan Peck. A junior, number 18, Scott Fitzpatrick. A sophomore, number 10, Noah Trimmer. A freshman, number 3, Evan Hospa-Davis. A freshman, number 1, Jack Kovacs. And a senior, the goalkeeper, Brandon Bell. And now the starting lineup for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Under the head coaching of Jerry Rogers and assisted by Jerry Rogers, they come in tonight's contest with an overall record of 6-1-1. Now let's meet their starting lineup. A senior, number 26, Todd Brown. A senior, number 8, Braden Steele. A senior, number 7, Alec McClay. A senior, number 21, Dominic Margella. A senior, number 10, Dylan Rice. A junior, number 25, Eli Mitchell. A junior, number 11, Colby Davis. A junior, number 15, Justin Hartzick. A junior, number 20, Jeremy Abraham. A junior, number 33, Dylan Seaman. And the goalkeeper, a junior, Jacob Campbell. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask if you would to please rise. And gentlemen, we ask if you would to please remove your hats in the singing of our national anthem from the 50-yard line from Laurel Highlands Junior, Hannah Stefanson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh,
And good luck to both teams.
And we'll be back with the start of tonight's match. Laurel Highlands hosting Uniontown boys soccer action here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight's soccer game is being brought to you in part by Dr. Michael Lemontowski and Surgical Associates, 10 Highland Park Drive here in Uniontown. They can be reached at 724-439-6340. Good luck to the area teams from Dr. Michael Lemontowski.
Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Bond Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
We're back here at Mustang Field. Laurel Highlands hosting Uniontown boys soccer action here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Laurel Highlands 6-1-1 overall, 3-0-1 in Section 3 AAA play, coached by Jerry Rogers in his fourth year. Uniontown 1-7 overall, 0-4 in the conference, coached by Greg Peck in his third year. Laurel Highlands currently leading the conference, top of the table at 3-0-1. Uniontown still looking for the first conference win of the season. Some storylines. Uniontown looking for a win over Laurel Highlands for the first time since 2004. Laurel Highlands has won 23 straight in this series. The Mustangs playing without one of their normal starters today, and Connor Rapp. Rapp might be missed for the season for the Mustangs. Of course, Laurel Highlands trying to protect their lead atop the conference with a showdown game coming up on Saturday against Bell Vernon. And the Mustangs are going to have to contend with Brandon Bell in goal for Uniontown. Bell had 27 saves against the Mustangs a year ago. And we're underway with Laurel Highlands defending the goal to our right. Here in the opening half, Colby Davis on the far side. Little touch over there from Don Margella. Mustangs trying to center. Dylan Seaman trying to track it down, and does so in front of Jake Kovacs, resetting over on the near side to Braden Steele. Steele down the near touchline to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell, a nice little dance around Jonathan Davis, getting a little help up there with Alec McAlay, and now on the cross, Bell pulls it down as Mitchell sent it into the box. So the Mustangs a little pressure here in the opening minutes. Two Fayette County rivals, Laurel Highlands and Uniontown. Quick whistle. A bit of handball there against David Eitner in Uniontown. The Mustangs will put it down, and Braden Steele will send it into the Uniontown zone, top of the 18, headed back out there by Tyler Beachy. Sending it along and forward there to Evan Hospa-Davis, the freshman. Todd Brown trying to gain possession. Pressure there by Benjamin Witt. Mustangs pick it back up again to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell on the near boundary. A little chip forward, headed back out there by Jonathan Davis. And played along by Jake Kovacs on the near side. Eitner trying to track it down. Eitner side of the box. Jeremy Abraham defending there for Laurel Highlands. Eitner trying to stay with it. Abraham solid defense, sending it along to Eli Mitchell. Mustangs back on the ball. And Mitchell with the Mustangs breaking down. Alec McAlay, top of the 18. McAlay trying to keep the ball on his foot. And it rolls back to Brandon Bell. Mentioned Bell. An exceptional game here against Laurel Highlands a season ago made 27 saves. Laurel Highlands still won the game 4-0. Mustangs might have had a double-digit win if it wasn't for Bell in goal on the Uniontown side. Campbell with Eitner pressing on. Sends it down on the far side. Margella losing it off of his foot, but Dylan Seaman coming over to help out and picks up possession there for the Mustangs. Ahead to McLay was the play onside. Hand is up on the far side, and the play whistled down. Certainly a good call there as McLay creeping behind the last defender. Uniontown tried to throw in, but it's actually going to be a free kick here after the offsides call. And we thank you for joining us for this rivalry soccer matchup here today. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé. And welcome you in, whether you're watching on Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, Armstrong Channel 61, or on our YouTube page by searching South Union Television. Mustangs a little pressure as Davis tried to send it on to Scott Fitzpatrick. Ball deflected over here on the near side. Off of Uniontown and out. Mitchell will flip it back to Braden Steele. Steele into Dylan Seaman, and now Steele again. Steele trying to dance his way around Jake Kovacs. Sends it forward on the near boundary to Eli Mitchell. Again deflected out off of Benjamin Witten out. Laurel Highlands home white jerseys, blue numbers, red shorts. Uniontown the away maroons, white numbers, with a white trim. Todd Brown, who got back in the 18 for the Mustangs on Saturday in their draw against Ringgold. Mustangs entering this game after whitewashing Albert Gallatin on the road on Tuesday. Laurel Highlands has certainly had to contend with some injuries early on in the season. Steele there, but losing it there to Jake Kovacs. Kovacs on the cross, and Margella sending it out. Safe play there from the Mustangs defensively, and Dom Margella. Corner kick, though, for Uniontown. Nolan Peck to take it. 4.5 minutes in. Peck sends it into the box. On the backside, a little pressure there from Beachy, and scooped up by Jacob Campbell. Good job there defensively for Campbell and the Mustangs. This match scoreless, almost 5 minutes in as Campbell sends it back to center. Red Raiders headed down, but Seaman picks up control, trying to get around Beachy. Goes wide on the far side of Margella. Pressed there by Hospa Davis. Outlet pass forward there to Colby Davis. Davis crosses, McLay is there, and Bell, another diving save, intercepting the cross. It's a lot of what Brandon Bell did a season ago against Laurel Highlands. 3 saves already in this match through 5 minutes. He plays it back to center and outs. Braden Steele on the lob back in. Fitzpatrick trying to play it along for Uniontown. A touch there from Hospa Davis. Seaman pressures. Kovacs there for Uniontown, but Seaman controls. Seaman still dancing for the Mustangs. That's going to be a foul, and Tyler Beachy came diving in on Dylan Seaman. A little reckless there on the Red Raiders side. Free kick for Laurel Highlands, edge of the zone. Todd Brown to take it. Sun setting, lights are on. As Brown sends it top of the 18, looking there for McLay, deflected back out by Scott Fitzpatrick. And a lob back on the near side as Kovacs and Steele got tied up, and it might have been Braden Steele grabbing the arm of Jake Kovacs, forcing a free kick here for Uniontown. Fitzpatrick to take it. Going low and forward to Jonathan Davis. Davis a poke down the near boundary. Benjamin Witt is there. Had it poked away by Braden Steele, sent forward to Mitchell, and now McLay. Alec McLay looking for a through ball there to Colby Davis. Knocked down by Scott Fitzpatrick on the lob back to center. And deflected around to the far side. Hartzick in the starting 11 tonight for the Mustangs. Playing it back to Seaman. Touch for Margella. Off of Hartzick. Red Raiders looking for possession. Uniontown was looking to send it up to Kovacs, never got his way. And Brown sends it off on the near side again to Braden Steele. Low and forward to Eli Mitchell. Looking for Steele again. Pressure there from Kovacs. Mitchell another touch. Deflected back. Steele will chase it down. Fronted by Kovacs. Played back to the Mustang keeper Jacob Campbell well out. Going on the far side through Tyler Beachy. And sent on by Uniontown's Noah Trimmer. Off of Abraham. Rice sending it forward, down to Seaman. Seaman a nice little battle there with Uniontown's Noah Trimmer. Trimmer on the lob back. Steele again to chase it down for Uniontown. Playing it safely back to Jacob Campbell. He'll send it back to center. But a handball there off of Uniontown's Tyler Beachy. Free kick here for the Mustangs, almost 8 minutes in. Once again, Steele to take it. On the live drive back, McLay trying to fight off a double team for the header. Seaman finds it there for Laurel Highlands. Off to Eli Mitchell. Got tripped up and held on the play by Benjamin Witt. Another free kick here for the Mustangs. This is in a dangerous spot. Todd Brown will place the delivery here for the Mustangs from about 33 yards out. Also in the vicinity there, Braden Steele. See who's going to take it. Look for Brown on the right foot into the box, deflected out. Knocked down by Margella, and Margella will send it well high and out of play for a Uniontown goal kick. Crowd still making its way into Laurel Highlands High School tonight. 7 o'clock start, about 30 minutes earlier than the normal start time here at Laurel Highlands High School. No junior varsity game tonight, forcing the early start. Red Raiders booted down the far side. Hartzick was there for Laurel Highlands. Trimmer for Uniontown. Went off of Uniontown and out. So the Mustangs reload into Todd Brown. Brown now looking for room on the near side. A little poke over again to Braden Steele. Steele moves around Kovacs. Line drive forward. Went off the back of Tyler Beachy. Over to Dom Margella on the far side. Laid down to Hartzick. Hartzick trying to create. Pulling it back again to Brown. Low on the near side to Braden Steele. Steele a little open space here for the Mustangs. Steele down the near side. Holds on the near boundary. Steele still with it. Unable to get around the double team, but last touch going out off of Tyler Beachy. Seaman to take the throw in. He'll trigger it into the box. Headed along there by McLay on the back post to Hartzick. And the play whistled down as Noah Trimmer tried to clear. Is that a card issued? And we're going to have a penalty kick. The card was shown there to Tyler Beachy inside the 18. And that's going to be a penalty kick for Laurel Highlands, and Todd Brown will take it. Wasn't sure if that was a handball inside the box or a foul that Beachy committed. Nonetheless, Brown an opportunity here on the penalty kick facing Brandon Bell. Bell has been good in these spots before. Brown, of course, a huge leg for the Mustangs. And here we go. Brown on the penalty kick, and Bell got a piece of it, but couldn't keep it out of the back of the net. So Todd Brown scoring for Laurel Highlands here at the 29:45 mark of the first half. And the Mustangs strike first over Uniontown, and we're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
So after the yellow card on Tyler Beachy in the box, Todd Brown scoring on the penalty kick for Laurel Highlands, beating Brandon Bell, who did get a piece of it, but too much velocity on the shot there from Brown. Going to Brandon's right. And in the back of the net is the Mustangs. Take an early 1-0 lead for Brown. That's his first goal of the season, Mustang co-captain. And a nice start for Laurel Highlands here in this rivalry game against Uniontown. Red Raiders now looking for the answer back. Jacob Campbell on the scoop up there on the Laurel Highlands side. And we mentioned Laurel Highlands riding a 23-game series win streak over Uniontown. To go back 13 years for the last time that Uniontown has defeated Laurel Highlands. As Braden Steele dances there around Benjamin Witt. Again, tries to send it down on the near side. Little touch there from Tyler Beachy. Jeremy Abraham trying to play it along, and Tyler Beachy will send that one out of play. It's been a while since Uniontown's even scored a goal in the series. The Mustangs blanked the Red Raiders 3-0 and 4-0 in both meetings last year. Uniontown getting a goal in both of the 2015 meetings, though. Laurel Highlands winning both of those games by 3-1 scores. Now Campbell sending it back to center here for the Mustangs. We played almost 12 minutes. Todd Brown's goal, the difference so far on the Mustangs side. Ball in open space, going out of play off of Uniontown announced. Benjamin Witt unable to track that one down. And Braden Steele will take the throw in here for the Mustangs. Will send it back to keeper Jacob Campbell, who tries to lob it forward off the body there of Jake Kovacs, trying to send it wide. No one in the vicinity, though, on the Uniontown side. Dylan Rice will let it go out of play for Laurel Highlands throw-in. Rice looking there for Dylan Seaman. Poked out of play by Kowal Agora. We're getting set to see our first change of the night on either side as the Red Raiders will make the early change. The Mustangs lob here to Eli Mitchell, and Mitchell unable to keep it in play. That will allow Uniontown to make their change from the far side almost 13 minutes in. Here at Laurel Highlands High School, a 1-0 lead for the Mustangs over the Red Raiders as Noah Trimmer checks out on the Uniontown side. I think that's Clay Berkabow, the sophomore, number 4, that just checked in. And Clay has it right now for the Red Raiders. They lob it forward to David Eitner. Berkabow there in front of Justin Hartzick.
Clay Berkabow.
Ball going off of Uniontown and out. I've got a chance to pass along our formations here tonight. Uniontown playing a 4-5-1 today with David Eitner up front. Jake Kovacs, Evan Hospadavis, Nolan Peck, Noah Trimmer, and Benjamin Witt in the midfield for the Red Raiders with Tyler Beachy, Kowal Agora, Scott Fitzpatrick, and Jonathan Davis protecting that back line with Brandon Bell in goal. 5 seniors, 3 juniors, a sophomore, and 2 freshmen in the 11 today for Uniontown. And, of course, the early change with Berkabow coming in, replacing Noah Trimmer. The Mustangs with Alec McLeay and Colby Davis up front. Justin Hartzick, Dylan Seaman, and Eli Mitchell in the midfield. The stoppers, Todd Brown. The sweepers, Jeremy Abraham. With Damar Gello, Braden Steele, and Dylan Rice in the back for the Mustangs. Also the right outside midfielder, in case I missed him earlier, Justin Hartzick. The Mustangs, of course, with Jacob Campbell in goal. 5 seniors and 6 juniors in the 11 today for Laurel Highlands. Another nice night for high school soccer. Game time temperature in the upper 70s here in late September. No precipitation. It's been dry around the area for over a week now as Eli Mitchell battles there with Benjamin Witt. Mustangs win it. Mitchell goes quickly forward to Alec McLeay. McLeay breaking in and firing right on Brandon Bell, who again stops the McLeay shot. And Brandon will jog it out to the top of the box. Booted back to center. Knocked down there by Kovacs. And Kovacs and Evan Hospadavis, 2 freshmen. And the starting 11 today, and a nice pass there from Kovacs on the near side up to Benjamin Witt, who just lost his footing here, breaking on the near side, and the ball rolling back to the Mustang keeper, Jacob Campbell. Now Campbell back to the top of the box. Headed along by Eli Mitchell. Mustangs trying to break down here with Colby Davis. Davis, a nice little move on the far side. Now cuts back to his left. Davis, top of the 18. Pokes over to Eli Mitchell, who fires on Bell. Got a piece of it, and it's deflected wide. Another diving stop from Brandon Bell. The Mustangs buzzing there. Looked like Davis had an open shot, passed up to teammate Eli Mitchell, and Mitchell got a good look, couldn't finish, but the Mustangs still a nice opportunity here with a corner kick inside the Uniontown zone. Mitchell to take it. We've played 16 minutes. Mitchell putting it down from the near side as the Mustangs make their first change of the night, with Jerry Freiter checking in. And here we go. Mitchell on the lob in. Bell got a piece of it. Ball still loose and cleared out there by Kovacs. Jake doing a nice job there to slow the Mustang attack. Mitchell trying to go between defenders. Good play there by Benjamin Witt of Uniontown. Both teams playing hard. Abraham sends it along. Lobbed over the head of Colby Davis. Back to the Uniontown keeper, Brandon Bell. And Bell will fire it back to center. Had a chance to talk to both teams' coaches, Jerry Rogers for Uniontown and Jerry Rogers of Laurel Highlands and Greg Peck for Uniontown, as David Eitner tries to fight back here for the Red Raiders, getting a little help now after the poke away by Jake Kovacs. Eitner still there, battling Dom Margella. Dylan Rice defending for the Mustangs, picking up possession, got a little tripped up there. And play on. The ball poked out of play. But Jerry Rogers saying to Coach Peck before the game, glad to see Brandon Bell's a senior. Don't want to face him for any more years. Of course, Bell has had so many big saves in this series over the last couple of years between the Red Raiders and the Mustangs.
Into the game for Uniontown, number 5.
Freiter defending, but scooped up there by Jacob Campbell. Theron Chido, another Uniontown sophomore, checking in on the Red Raiders side. So Burkabal and Chido seeing time off the Red Raiders pine here in the first half. It'll be Eli Mitchell to fire it in now for the Mustangs. Back again to Steele. Reverses field off to his right to Todd Brown. For the poke over to Dylan Seaman. Comes back to Brown. Here's Brown, a little open space going low and forward, and the play offsides. Bell made the save. Was going to be close. Arm up on the far side. Play a whistle down on the offsides, and another free kick here for Uniontown. Mustangs doing a nice job of creating here in the opening 20 minutes. Uniontown lobbing back to center. Another quick whistle. And a foul against Laurel Highlands. Free kick for Uniontown. 49 yards out. It'll be Tyler Beachy to take it. Beachy fires. This was going to go close to Campbell, and Campbell catching it on the fly with a little traffic out in front. Nice stop there from Jacob Campbell. Could have been a dangerous ball on any deflection there out in front. Despite Uniontown's 1-7 record, they've been competitive all season. As McLay trying to play that up to Colby Davis. Might have been offsides if it went to Davis. It got deflected back to Eli Mitchell. And he'll send it over in Davis's direction. And now it is offsides. Davis cherry picking a little bit too much back there for the Mustangs. Uniontown losing last time out 1-0 against Trinity. Got doubled up 4-2 against Albert Gallatin. Also had a close 2-1 loss against West Mifflin, their lone win of the season, 2-1 over Beth Center. Back on September the 2nd, that game played as part of the Fayette County Coaches Opening Tournament at Connellsville High School. Uniontown hasn't had a winning season since 1997. Trying to improve the soccer program. Seaman puts it down on the far side. Seaman dancing around, firing, and just missing wide here on the near side. Nice launch there from Dylan Seaman. Mustangs make another change with 19:09 left here in the first half. Take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Into the game for Laurel Highlands, number 27, Seth Yannick.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Mustangs making a change, bringing Seth Yannick in for Braden Steele. Busy week for the Mustangs. They're on the road Tuesday, defeated Albert Gallatin, and of course a huge conference game coming up on Saturday at Bell Vernon, a game that will bring you here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Here's Brown dancing around a defender and firing and scoring. Todd Brown, check that. Colby Davis on the goal. Davis breaking free and scoring, and it's 2-0. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown, 18:34 left here in the first half. Take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Colby Davis increasing Laurel Highlands' lead to 2-0 over Uniontown. A goal here at the 18:34 mark of the first half. Of course, Todd Brown at the opening goal of the night for Laurel Highlands at the 29:45 mark of the first half, but Davis scoring here. And the Mustangs now up 2-0, trying to pour it on again. Davis breaking back on the far side over to Seaman, trying to center there for McLay. Deflected out a play off of Uniontown, and now it should be a corner kick here for Laurel Highlands. Don Margella to take it here for the Mustangs. Good start here at home for the Mustangs, leading 2-0, 22 minutes in.
Re-entry for Laurel Highlands, number 8, Braden Steele.
Braden Steele now back into the match on the Mustangs side, replacing Dylan Rice. On the corner, header there from Eli Mitchell. The ball going out of play for Uniontown goal kick. The Mustangs entering the week. The number 5 in the WPIAL, moving up from number 8 last week. In some pretty impressive company. Char Valley, number 1 in 3A. West Allegheny 2nd, Montour 3rd, South Fayette 4th, now the Mustangs 5th. As McLay getting pushed from behind there by Scott Fitzpatrick. Another Mustang free kick. And Todd Brown to take it. Thomas Jefferson, who defeated Laurel Highlands 2-0 earlier in the season, number 8 this week. There were 7 last week, but the Jags just 2-3-1 overall as Brown another delivery. Poke out there from Bell, coming to the top of the box as Berkabow tries to play it along. Knocked down, though, by Laurel Highlands. McLay, low ball deflected back. McLay looking for it again, but Uniontown with a clear out there from Chido. Going across on the near side, Seth Yannick running into Tyler Beachy out of play as Yannick will take the throw in. Lob back on the near side, looking for Mitchell, headed back out again by Chido. Yannick says, try this again. Yannick now firing top of the 18, another header back out, went off of Seaman. And a lob back along by Kovacs on the far side. Margella knocks it down there for Laurel Highlands, plays it along. Ball again going out of play. Braden Steele was trying to chase that one down. The Mustangs moving up Steele a little bit on the field at this juncture of the match. The goal for Colby Davis was his 7th of the season. Now 7 goals and 3 assists for Davis. And Davis a season ago scored a very impressive total of 27 goals, added 10 assists.
Evan Hospa-Davis, also number 17, Benjamin Witt.
As Evan Hospa-Davis and Benjamin Witt re-enter on the Uniontown side. Anytime you get 27 goals in a season, what a remarkable total. And you look at Davis, only a junior for Laurel Highlands. He'll be back next season. Here's Todd Brown. Playing catch there with Margella. Now Brown again. Go wide on the near side over to Seth Yannick with that pass intercepted by Uniontown's Benjamin Witt. Witt with no help as Yannick again picks up possession. A little errant pass there. Berkabow pressuring the ball, winning it off there to Noah Trimmer. And cleared again by Jeremy Abraham of Laurel Highlands. Headed there by Davis. Going on the far side and pushed along again by Chido. Mitchell there for the Mustangs. And Mitchell looking for another run down the near side. Off to his right to Seaman. Forward to McLay. Poking it back to Seaman. Dancing around Berkabow. Seaman staying with it. Getting some help there with Braden Steele breaking into the box. Sidesteps a defender. Centers out in front. Cleared though by Fitzpatrick, sending it out of play. Margella to take the throw in. Back to Seaman. Fires top of the 18. Bodied there by Mitchell. Sends it off to his left. Shot was blocked down out in front by Fitzpatrick. And deflected out of play. Another throw in here for the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands buzzing again. 2 first half goals from Todd Brown and Colby Davis. Mitchell again into the box. Uniontown looking to clear. Deflected back to Dylan Seaman. Resets off to his right. Well, pressure from behind there from Tyler Beachy. Setting the ball free and out. Seth Yannick to take another throw in. A lob there from Yannick, allowing Beachy to clear. When 1-on-2 coming back as Eichner was looking to break. Well defended by the Mustangs. Margella a little lob. Steele there trying to knock it down. Pressure there from Noah Trimmer. Ball going, we thought it went off of Uniontown and out. Now a reversal will be Uniontown's ball. Rolled off of Laurel Highlands and out. Red Raiders on the quick fire in to Hospa Davis. Losing it there to Seaman. Sent along on a through ball that's headed back out by Fitzpatrick. Over to Kovacs. Pressure from behind. Mustangs knock the ball free. Seaman a touch. Over to Yannick. Lobbed forward on the near side to Mitchell. Mitchell tracks it down. Played out by Jonathan Davis. Mitchell again to take the throw in here for the Mustangs. Over to Seaman. Back to Todd Brown. Sent wide. Looking there for Margella. Intercepted by Fitzpatrick. Margella finds it again for the Mustangs. Trying to spin it back. Again, a little pressure there out of the Red Raiders. Winning the ball this time, Berkebau. Lowen coming forward here, looking for Benjamin Witt. Trying to dance here on the near line. Ruled out of play off of Uniontown and out. Another throw in here for the Mustangs. We go under 12 minutes left here in the first half. Still 2-0 Mustangs over the Red Raiders. Yannick into Mitchell. Far side to Brown. Low touch forward to Seaman. Spinning it back to Seth Yannick. This place is filled up now, Laurel Highlands High School. Nice crowd on hand watching these two Fayette County schools. As Seaman dances top of the 18. Deflected out by Scott Fitzpatrick. Another Laurel Highlands throw-in. Now both teams making a change from the far side with 11:21 left here in the first half. We'll take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back underway, Mustangs taking the throw in, going over the head of Alec McLay. Ball still loose in the box. And finally poked out, like it was off of Colby Davison out. And that is the ruling, so a goal kick here for Uniontown.
Into the game for Uniontown, number 11, Aiden Shetterly.
Aiden Shetterly entering the match for the first time for Uniontown tonight.
Into the game for Laurel Highlands, number 29, Jason Cooper.
And Jason Cooper seeing some match action now for the Mustangs. Cooper saw a spot starts in the Mustangs match a week or so ago against Trinity. Laurel Highlands was playing that game without Alec McLay. Campbell sending it along to Jerry Freiter. Freiter trying to head it along. Brown there for Laurel Highlands. His pocket picked by Jake Kovacs of Uniontown. Kovacs on a little play forward. Hospa Davis trying to track it down. Ball coming wide. Yannick looking for the clear out there for the Mustangs. As the ball goes out of play, the ruling is here. And I think a throw-in went to our camera left of the flag, at least the way we view it. Making the long jog over here to the near side. Uniontown's David Eitner plays it into the box, and not very good execution that time on the Red Raiders side as it goes behind the Mustang goal. So Eitner just re-entered on the Uniontown side, unable to create any magic for the Red Raiders inside the Mustang zone. Brown looking there for Mitchell. A little pressure from Witt, sending it back to Evan Hospa Davis. Hospa Davis colliding there with Alec McLay. Ball comes free. Seth Yannick a little lob back. Coming over to Dylan Seaman. Seaman reversing field out of the near side. Down to 8:40 left here in the first half. And Solid defensive play there from Jack Kovacs. Davis again in open space between the legs of Eli Mitchell. Turn over to Benjamin Witt. Mitchell looking for the save. Mitchell and Witt still battling. Uniontown trying to get some help there with Beachy. Play whistle down and the foul going on the Mustangs. And the Laurel Highlands supporters not liking that call. As Fitzpatrick will put down the free kick. Mustangs certainly in good form at this juncture of the season, unbeaten in 6. There's one draw during that stretch. 2-2 decision against Ringgold on Saturday. Laurel Highlands lobbing it back here to Alec McClay. Sending it along to Jason Cooper. Was on his horse trying to track that down with fresh legs off the Mustang pine. Off of Uniontown and out. Steele taking the quick throw in. Red Raiders pick up possession. Lob back. Yannick finds it. Low and forward to McClay. Sending it down there to Mitchell. Nice little run forward. Mitchell on the chip. No one home on the backside. Intended there for Colby Davis, who had a nice run towards the far post. Brandon Bell finds it there for the Red Raiders, and Bell boots it back to center. Headed along by Hospodavits. Up to Kovacs. Played back by Abraham over to Cooper. Cooper almost overran it, allowing Kovacs to pick it back up there for Uniontown. Yannick, though, on the clear back out for the Mustangs. Bodied along by Scott Fitzpatrick. A little battle there with Eli Mitchell. A correction, that was 19 Jonathan Davis, not 18 Fitzpatrick. Nonetheless, a free kick here for the Mustangs. And the keeper up, it'll be Jacob Campbell to take it. Line drive forward here on the near side, going through Mitchell and out of play over the near boundary. With 6:18 left before halftime. Still 2-0. Laurel Highlands leading Uniontown. If you're just joining us, we mentioned during our pregame show, Uniontown and Laurel Highlands battling here for the first time this season. And the Mustangs playing without Connor Rapp. Rapp got injured during the extra time session with Ringgold on Saturday. And the Mustangs given the ball here. Has been in a boot all week. Going to have an MRI, but the way things look, talking to Laurel Highlands head coach Jerry Rogers, Rapp might be gone for the season, and just another hole the Mustangs are going to have to fill defensively. And Connor does so much as Davis works here for Laurel Highlands. Shot blocked there by Jonathan Davis. Deflected back over to Braden Steele. Steele bodied off the ball. Todd Brown trying to track it back down, trying to leave there for Abraham, who pokes back forward again to Dylan Seaman. Seaman laying it down on the far side to Cooper. Lost it there to Kovacs of Uniontown. Jack back on the ball. Lob forward here to David Eitner. And Eitner firing right on goal. And Jacob Campbell making the save there for Laurel Highlands. But back to Connor Rapp. Obviously a great defender. Can play in the stopper and sweeper positions for the Mustangs. And can also be used if needed up front as well. Very versatile player, and someone the Mustangs going to miss greatly throughout the rest of the regular season and into the playoffs.
Uniontown number 2, Alex Eitner.
Of course, you go back a couple of weeks. Laurel Highlands also lost Zach Mansberry to a season-ending injury. That was back early on during the non-conference season, so you take Mansberry and Rapp out of that defensive core. The Mustangs also had a player that was scheduled to be a starter defensively that chose to more concentrate on some other sports and his studies that didn't come out, that would have been a projected starter for the Mustangs. Head coach Jerry Rogers Sr. and assistant Jerry Rogers Jr. now having to go a little bit deeper on that back line. You see a player like Justin Hartzick in the starting lineup tonight, and Jeremy Abraham really has stepped up as well this season for Laurel Highlands with some solid defense. We're down to 3:38 left here in the first half. Still 2-0. Laurel Highlands leading Uniontown. Here's McLay battling Clay Burkabow. McLay off to Dylan Seaman. Seaman again reversing field for Laurel Highlands. A line drive forward. And go over the line and out of play. Mustangs bringing Dylan Rice up to more of an outside midfield position there, allowing Rice to get a little involved in the Mustang offense. Rice got the start defensively here in this match. And with the 2-0 lead here in the first half, the Mustang coaching staff having an opportunity to mix up some different combinations again, trying to stay fresh with that big showdown game against Bell Vernon coming up on the road on Saturday. A match will bring you here on the South Union Township Sports Network, and the schedule getting a little bit easier next week. The only Mustang game on the road at Trinity, September the 27th, before the Mustangs return home for another non-conference match against Southmoreland in early October. Here's Seaman, low to McLay. Poke there by Fitzpatrick. Picked up by Beachy, and here's Tyler Beachy on the run back. Beachy chipping it ahead to David Eitner. Eitner trying to outrun the Mustang defense and Jeremy Abraham, getting a little help there from Clay Burkabow. Back over to Eitner. Eitner looking for the cross. He'll poke it back to Burkabow again, and Burkabow losing it here on the near boundary. Throwing for the Mustangs. Steele into Mitchell. Final 2 minutes now of the first half. Up to McLay. McLay looking again for Mitchell. Going back to Fitzpatrick. The Mustangs pick it up. Mitchell on the chip. Back to Colby Davis. Dances around Bell, and Davis put it off the post. Had a wide open net and set it off the near post. That's when Davis wishes he has back. Wow. Davis oh so close to his second goal of the match. Would have been a first half brace and his 8th goal of the season. To put it off the near bar. Now with 1:09 left here in the first half, Uniontown trying to get back to within 1. Heading to the locker room as Kovacs trying to track that one down. Go into the corner. And off of Uniontown and out for a Mustang throw-in. Steele heads it along. Getting poked out here on the near side. 40 seconds left before halftime. We'll head her back there from Beachy and open space to Hospa Davis. Hospa Davis works to his left now, double team. Cooper and Mitchell there. And a lob from the Red Raiders. Kovacs trying to head it along. Steele back for the Mustangs. Getting around Kovacs. Nice ball forward to Mitchell, who sidesteps a defender, but Hospa Davis, check that Burkabow stepping in. And playing it back for a low ball sent forward. Cleared back up by Abraham, deflected off of Burkabow. Final 8 seconds now. Hospa Davis going wide, diving effort there from Freider. And that'll do it for the first half. Laurel Highlands, a 2-0 lead over Uniontown. We're back to recap the first half for you in just a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Reminder everyone that the concession stand is open to sneak on over to get something to eat or drink through our 10-minute intermission. It's all sponsored by the Laurel Highlands Boys Soccer.
Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
South Union Township invites you to Brunch on the Bridge, prepared by Chef Joe Carey, on the Sheepskin Trail in South Union Township at Hutchinson Park on Stadium Drive. Sunday, October the 8th, from 11:30 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. The buffet includes French toast, omelets, ham, potatoes, fruit salad, sweet rolls, coffee, and juice. The cost is just $15 per person, and kids 5 and under eat free. This is sponsored by the Friends of the Sheepskin Trail, with the proceeds benefiting the Sheepskin Trail Match Fund. For tickets or more information, contact the South Union Township office at 724-438-5480. That's 724-438-5480. We're back here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Laurel Highlands boys soccer team, a 2-0 lead over Uniontown here at halftime. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay tonight, and the Mustangs got the started scoring on a penalty kick on a yellow card that was given to Uniontown's Tyler Beachy. We believe it was a handball in the box. Haven't got that confirmed as of yet. But Todd Brown taking advantage, scoring on the penalty kick past the keeper, Brandon Bell. Bell getting a piece of Brown's shot, but the velocity of Brown's shot allowing the ball to get past Bell and giving Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead at the 29:45 mark of the first half. And then Colby Davis breaking free, scoring Laurel Highlands' second goal of the first half at the 18:34 mark. And for Davis, that was his 7th goal of the season. That's where we stand here at the break. 2-0, Laurel Highlands in front of Uniontown. If you're watching this game on Atlantic Broadband or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are now available online. It's easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television, or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates, facebook.com/South Union TV. Again, your score here at the break, Laurel Highlands 2 and Uniontown nothing. Second half match action comes your way next here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School, 2-0. The Mustangs of Laurel Highlands leading the Uniontown Red Raiders as we get ready to start the second half of this match. Todd Brown and Colby Davis with first half goals for the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands trying to stay unbeaten in 7 games with a win here tonight and looking for their 24th straight win over Uniontown in this series between these two Uniontown area high schools. Red Raiders start the second half on the far side. Benjamin Witt looking for it, but the Mustangs find the loose ball. There's Alec McLeay breaking back. Will pass off to his right. Davis finds it, fires, and just sends it high. Davis could have very easily had a hat trick at this juncture of the match. Of course, having the one goal, missing on a wide open goal after he was able to sneak past Brandon Bell late in the first half, sent it off the near post, and that near miss there remains 2-0. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. Scott Fitzpatrick will send it back to center here for the Red Raiders. And going through Benjamin Witt and out of play. Mustangs fire it back in to Alec McLeay. Lobbing it off, looking there for Davis, headed back by Fitzpatrick. This ball will roll back to Uniontown's Brandon Bell. And Bell will jog it out to the top of the 18. Nice high lob there, back to center. Jack Kovacs, the freshman, knocks it down, but Dylan Seaman pressures him off the ball. And over to Rice, through the midfield to Brown. Sent along on the far side of Margella, through McLeay, over to Davis. Davis trying to circle back. Shoved off the ball there by Benjamin Witt. It might have hurt his hand on the play. We play on as Mitchell lobs it over on the far post. Hartzick trying to track it down, but the ball going to the right of Bell and out of play for another Uniontown goal kick. We might have an injury timeout here. We mentioned Witt getting dinged up. He's now going to check out of the match. On the Uniontown side, might have jammed his hand there. Fighting for positioning. It looks like Clay Berkebaugh will check back in for Uniontown. 2 minutes into the second half.
Re-entry for Uniontown, number 4, Clay Berkebaugh.
So the Red Raiders will put it down for a goal kick. There's Fitzpatrick sending it back to center. A little header there from Seaman. Fitzpatrick, another high lob on the far side, going out of play in front of the Uniontown bench. I want to remind you that coming up on Sunday, October the 8th, it's Brunch on the Bridge in South Union Township, Sheepskin Trail, Hutchinson Park on Stadium Road from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And on Sunday, October the 8th, buffet includes French toast, omelets, ham, potatoes, fruit salad, sweet rolls, coffee, and juice. Just $15 a person. Kids 5 and under eat free as the Mustangs. Another shot there on Bell. And Brandon covering. Again, sponsored by the Friends of the Sheepskin Trail. The proceeds benefiting the Friends of the Sheepskin Trail Match Fund. And for tickets, you could contact the South Union Township office. Again, it's Brunch on the Bridge. Sunday, October the 8th in South Union Township on the Sheepskin Trail, Hutchinson Park on the Stadium Road. Still 2-0 here. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. Fitzpatrick on the near side, fanning on that clear attempt, giving the Mustangs a nice opportunity here in the Red Raiders zone. Mitchell taking the throw in, headed back out by Beachy. Over to Berkabow, and cleared by Fitzpatrick. Off the shoulder of Rice. Hospa-Davis looking for the loose ball for the Red Raiders. He'll send it down on the far side as Noah Trimmer tries to track it down. Ball goes out of play in front of the Mustang bench. Steele taking that throw in. Going back to McLay. Fitzpatrick defending as the ball rolled back over to Brandon Bell. As Davis battles here in the corner with Tyler Beachy. The ball rolled off of Davis and out. It's another goal kick here for the Red Raiders. Nice to see our good buddy Gary Frankhauser in the press box tonight checking in. Of course, Gary will have Laurel Highlands football game coming up for you here in the South Union Township Sports Network. Next game for the Mustangs against the Ringgold Rams. Rick Frank will join them to bring you that game here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Gary brings you the Mustangs every Friday. Of course, replays on Sunday night. Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, Armstrong Channel 61, and usually late Sunday, early Monday. Those Laurel Highlands football games up on our YouTube page as well at South Union Television. There's Braden Steele on the far side. Steele, a nice little run forward here. Braden Steele still with it, firing off of the back of Fitzpatrick. Over to Dylan Seaman. Seaman back into the box on the far side, trying to lay it off there for Justin Hartsick. The ball going off of Hartsick and out. Uniontown's ball, a little fan there on the throw-in. That's not legal. It was Benjamin Witt over there. The Mustangs will pick up possession. The illegal throw-in goes as a foul, not as a throw-in on the Mustang side. So it'll be a free kick now for Laurel Highlands. Braden Steele to take it 29 yards out, far sideline drive into the box. And one hopping going through Alec McLay back to Brandon Bell again. Bell on the line drive back to center. Seaman trying to knock it down. Berkabow there on the Uniontown side. Berkabow, a little deflection, trying to get around Dylan Rice, but Rice sends it down to Don Margello, who fires it back down the field for the Mustangs. Off of Colby Davis, deflected over to Dylan Seaman. And circled back over to Jack Kovacs. Mustangs again trying to create from the midfield. Braden Steele, a nice little run down the far side. Collision there with Scott Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick going down, but hopping right back up. Of course, Fitzpatrick doubling as the Uniontown football kicker, as Alec McLean does on the Laurel Highlands side. It'll be Laurel Highlands ball from the far side. Quickly into Alec McLean. Uniontown another clear out. Seaman laying it back to Todd Brown. Push forward to Davis. And lay it down to McLean. Davis gets it back. Davis breaks towards the box, fires. And this one off the side of the goal. So Davis, oh, so close again on the Laurel Highlands side. So remains 2-0 in favor of the Mustangs over the Red Raiders. 32-22 left here in regulation time. Uniontown getting set to make a change. Aiden Shutterly getting set to check in. As Tyler Beachy will send it down the field off of Kovacs. Fitzpatrick playing it along to Jack Kovacs, who was down there. Now the Red Raiders play on. A cross out in front that was intended there for Berkabow, intercepted by the Mustang keeper, Jacob Campbell. So Campbell getting his hands wet in the match here. Hartzick on the far side for Laurel Highlands. Back to Seaman. Looking for Hartzick again. Little poke forward through McLean. Cleared back out again by Beachy. Headed there by Steele. Down to Seaman. Played back again to Dylan Rice, who again sends it back to Jacob Campbell to keep him involved. Over to Steele again on the far side. Almost 9 minutes into the second half. Cleared back by Fitzpatrick. All the way back to Campbell again. Campbell in no hurry with the Mustangs up 2. Sends it down to the near side off of Kowal-Agora and deflected over to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell playing it forward to Davis. Stepping in, though, is Fitzpatrick. And the Red Raiders clear again. Margella to take this throw in for the Mustangs. Dom sending it back to Dylan Rice. Off the body of Colby Davis. Another whistle on the play. Offsides the call. Free kick here for the Red Raiders. This one rolling all the way back to Jacob Campbell. Plays it back to center. Bodied again by Fitzpatrick. Seaman winning the scrum for it. Around Nolan Peck and Jake Kovacs. Down on the near side, headed there by Davis. Forward to Mitchell. Look out. Back to Colby Davis. Davis sends it off to his left to Alec McLeay. McLeay breaking towards the box. Uniontown defending, getting it back. And Seaman on it again for the Mustangs, sending it wide. Laurel Highlands. They won too many passes that time, breaking into the Uniontown zone. Davis had a clear shot. Sent it off to his left. McLeay unable to fire. Score remains 2-0. Jacob Schwartzentruber now checking in on the Uniontown side, number 28. Seeing his first match action of the night. "14 letters in that last name, Schwartzentruber. Aiden Shetterly also able to check in. 28:55 left in regulation time. Mustangs on the ball again. Centered for Davis and cleared back out by Uniontown to center, and Hospa Davis low through ball forward here. Look out, David Eitner on the break. Eitner fires and a save from Jacob Campbell. Well, that could have pulled Uniontown back to within 1, but what a stop from Campbell. Denying David Eitner a goal, one of the senior co-captains of the Uniontown Red Raiders. Probably the best look Uniontown's got all night. And Jacob Campbell stepping up big time on the Mustang side. Here's Colby Davis breaking back. Davis in the clear again. Davis scoring his second goal of the match. And what a quick turnaround. Uniontown oh so close to making it 2-1 on the other side. Eitner's shot stopped by Jacob Campbell, and the Mustangs come back. And Colby Davis' second goal of the match coming here at the 28-14 mark of the second half. It's 3-0 Mustangs. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Tonight's soccer game is being brought to you in part by Dr. Michael Lemontowski and Surgical Associates, 10 Highland Park Drive here in Uniontown. They can be reached at 724-439-6340. Good luck to the area teams from Dr. Michael Lemontowski.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety. For colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies, painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
(28-14) left here in the second half. 3-0 now. Laurel Highlands leading Uniontown. The Mustangs with a nice through ball from center up to Colby Davis. Didn't catch who sent it in Davis's direction, but Davis certainly finishing the job on the Mustangs side. Now Laurel Highlands, another insurance goal, up 3, but Uniontown, an opportunity maybe to get one back here with a throw-in in the Laurel Highlands zone. This one sent right in front of the keeper. Campbell bouncing on the near side, and a shot attempt there from Schwartzentruber. And Campbell with the save, and a nice little outlet here on the near side to Eli Mitchell. Poked down to Alec McLeay. Plenty of open space there as the Red Raiders were pressing with a ball deep in the Laurel Highlands zone. Now trying to get defenders back. McLeay on the far side and just shoved off the ball that time in the far corner. That was Benjamin Witt knocking it out of play. And Braden Steele to take this corner kick now for the Mustangs. Steele line drive again into the box, going all the way through and out here on the near side for Uniontown goal kick. So Laurel Highlands well on their way to their 24th straight win in this series over Uniontown. Again, we mentioned Uniontown hasn't won a game over Laurel Highlands since 2004.
Re-entry for Uniontown, number 4, Clay Burkabow.
As Clay Burkabow re-enters.
Into the game for Laurel Highlands, number 24, Colby Livingston.
There's Burkabow. Low ball forward, looking there for Hospa Davis. Mustangs find it with Dom Margella, and there's Beachy lobbing it back on the Uniontown side. Scott Fitzpatrick trying to knock it down, sends it over on the far side. A nice shot on goal there from Nolan Sennett, who had just entered the match, and a denial from Jacob Campbell. So Nolan Sennett, number 6, the junior. It just entered, and a nice save there from Campbell. Now off the corner kick again. Campbell a little poke out.
Recent entry into the game for Uniontown is number 6, Nolan Sennett.
A scrum on the far side. Aiden Shetterly there. That's Seaman winning it back for the Mustangs. Seeing it down the field to Colby Davis. This play on sides. Davis picks it up. Davis, a nice little run forward. He has the hat trick. Colby Davis scoring for the 3rd time in this match at the 25-10 mark of the second half. 3rd of the night for Davis. 9th of the season. And the Mustangs now cruising up 4-0, and we're back in a moment.
With the hat trick.
Here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
So Colby Davis picking up his 3rd goal of the match, 9th of the season. And Laurel Highlands now up 4-0 in this match. Pretty much cruise the rest of the way. You look at Davis, a couple of the opportunities he missed upon early on. Could easily have 5 or 6 goals in this match. But he'll take the hat trick 15 minutes into the second half. And allow the Mustangs to relax a little bit here, and I think we'll see plenty of substitutions on both sides here over the final 25 minutes. Mentioned that big game coming up for Laurel Highlands against Bell Vernon. The conference oh so tight at this juncture of the season, as the Mustangs will put a quick throw in here. Seaman has it. Back to Margella. Dom trying to fight off the double team. Beachy knocking it out of play. Margella now back to Dylan Reismus, playing it there a bit, and David Eitner an opportunity here coming back for Uniontown. Eitner had it in Shetterly, breaking, never got it his way, deflected back to Nolan Peck through the midfield. Peck a little lob forward on the far side, and Shetterly trying to check that. Eitner trying to track it down. Paul, though, going out of play off of Uniontown and out. Mustangs to make another change. It's like another timeout. 23:40 left here in the second half. 4-0 Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network. We're back underway. 4-0. Mustangs leading the Red Raiders. Brian Morozak in the gantry with Jerry Dupay tonight. Night here, public address announcer Barry Rosner in the background from time to time. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands, all Mustangs up 4-0. Jerry Freiter going down there and turning and shooting. Just lobbed wide of the goal there was Evan Hospa-Davis. And back to the conference standings right now. Laurel Highlands at 3-0-1. A win here will put them at 4-0-1. Ringgold at 2-0-2. Bell Vernon at 2-1-1. Of course, the loss against Uniontown and the draw against the loss against Laurel Highlands, and the draw against Ringgold. Ringgold's drawn twice so far this season to Laurel Highlands and Bell Vernon. Trinity still in the race at 2-2. Albert Gallatin at 1-3 and Uniontown at 0-4. Top four teams out of the conference qualify for the WPIAL playoffs. Albert Gallatin's playing at Bell Vernon tonight, and Ringgold's at Trinity. So the second half of the conference season starts Saturday again with Laurel Highlands having that big game at Bell Vernon that will bring you here on the South Union Township Sports Network. And a win there over the Leps really positions Laurel Highlands well for the second half stretch run. But of course the Mustangs also have a trip to Ringgold as well. Laurel Highlands was a little bit short-handed when they drew the Rams this past Saturday. Not one of their top scorers in Alec McLay. The draw also big, though, as well, just to keep pace with Ringgold and Bell Vernon with solid efforts as well to start the season. Laurel Highlands and Uniontown will meet for a second time this season, October the 10th at Uniontown High School. That'll be the final conference game of the season for both teams. The Mustangs with two non-conference games after the Uniontown game to get ready for the WPIAL playoffs. Those will be against West Mifflin and Connellsville. Uniontown will play two late games as well against Brownsville and Geibel to end the regular season. Red Raiders really competitive for much of this first half, but Colby Davis doing what he does best, score goals. Getting two here in the second half for the hat trick for the night. Of course, Todd Brown scoring the other Mustang goals, first of the season, on a penalty kick. That was the opening goal. Another corner kick here for the Mustangs. Braden Steele to take it from the far side. Steele a little line drive. Deflected back to himself. It's pressured on there by Berkebau, but he'll stay with it. Fire towards the goal, saved by Bell. Still loose, Seaman looking for it. Back over to McLay. Reset here to Brown. Todd works to his right. Shot blocked again. Jerry Freiter here for the Mustangs. Freiter down the near line, battling with Colby Voighton. Ball going off of Voighton and out. Freiter taking the throw-in. And sent out of the zone by Nolan Peck. Mustangs now reset. As Braden Steele sends it back to his keeper, Jacob Campbell, who's 40 yards from goal. Campbell lobs it forward off of Brown. Got deflected off of Beachy, and coming free in open space here, the freshman Colby Livingston. Never was able to generate a shot. Livingston entering the match. 2 goals and an assist so far this season. Nice to see him getting his feet wet with some varsity playing time here in 2017. Uniontown coming back here, cross out in front. And the Red Raiders firing it high there with David Eitner from point-blank range. Sending it over, Campbell over the goal and out. But the ruling is the ball was deflected off of a Mustang going out. So it'll be a corner kick here again for Uniontown. Fired by Peck, but all the way through and headed out by Braden Steele. Here's Steele, a nice little run. 3-on-1 coming back for Uniontown. Steele off. And the play ruled offsides. As both Livingston and McLeay were breaking back with Braden Steele. Maybe a situation again, one too many passes that time for Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs getting trapped there in an offsides position. It's Uniontown to take the free kick with Scott Fitzpatrick. Hasn't had too many football opportunities so far this season. Red Raiders put up all kinds of points in their Week 0 game against Connellsville on the football side, but played the top 3 teams in the WPIAL and 4A over the last 4 weeks. TJ, Bell Vernon, and South Fayette, not really giving Fitzpatrick many extra point or field goal opportunities for the Red Raiders. Uniontown should be more competitive, though, over the second half of the football season. Mitchell looking for room. And Uniontown clearing it out with 17:25 left in regulation time. Still 4-0. Laurel Highlands leading Uniontown. Mustangs looking for another one. Seaman firing, going right at Brandon Bell. Bell will jog this one out. Bell's been a 3-sport star for the Red Raiders over the last couple of years. Plays on Rob Kesmarski's basketball team. Also a member of the Uniontown baseball team as well. I think he has as much playing time as he would have liked this past season due to some injuries on the basketball side. He was out hurt for a good portion of the 2016-2017 campaign for the Red Raiders. Uniontown's basketball team should be much improved for the 2017-18 run. And the Red Raiders will have a trip to Walt Disney World on the schedule, playing in the KSA Disney Classic the week before Christmas. Second time over a 4-year period, the Red Raiders getting an opportunity to head down to Disney as Livingston misses there on a good opportunity on the far side. And now the Red Raiders making a trio of changes. They give Schwartzentruber back out there. See who else is checking in. Wait for Barry to get the official confirmations.
Number 2, Alex Eitner.
Alex Eitner, number 2, sophomore. I mentioned Schwartzentruber, 28.
Jack Kovacs.
Jack Kovacs back in. Kovacs is in the starting 11 here tonight. Steele a little collision there with Schwartzentruber, and now Seaman and Kovacs hit the deck as we go under 15 minutes left here in the second half, and the Red Raiders to empty the bench a little more. I think that's Berkabow back in. Now check that Hospa Davis back in, and Nolan Sennett Also back into the match.
For Uniontown, number 3, Evan Hospa-Davis. Also number 6, Nolan Sennett.
The match at 4-0. I think both of these teams will use just about everyone on their bench before all is said and done here tonight. Uniontown to take a throw in from the far side. Going into the box, Laurel Highlands looking for the clear. And looking for the third straight clean sheet in this series against the Red Raiders. Campbell with 4 already this season, had 8 a season ago. This would be the 5th for Campbell if the Mustangs can keep the Red Raiders off the scoreboard the rest of the way. And tonight will also mark the end of the first half of the conference season, believe it or not, already. Seems like the high school soccer season was just getting underway, and here we are halfway home already. And then plenty of action coming up. We'll have the Mustang boys game for you at Bell Vernon. Tape that one on Saturday. Laurel Highlands girls back in action next Monday, also against Bell Vernon. That'll be here at Mustang Field. Laurel Highlands girls games Monday and Wednesday next week. Be the only soccer action here at home, and the only 2 games we'll bring you here on the TV side as well. The exception, obviously, of Saturday's boys game at Bell Vernon. Again, the boys return home first week in October against Southmoreland. Girls will also play Albert Gallatin here next Wednesday. The meeting between Laurel Highlands and Bell Vernon will be their first of the season. They'll play again on October the 16th at Bell Vernon, and who knows, that game might decide a playoff spot in the conference on the 16th of October. Laurel Highlands girls 5-2-1 overall, 3-2 in the conference, losing last time out against Mount Pleasant 3-0 after back-to-back wins over Greensburg, Salem, and Uniontown. Uniontown game was a 4-0 win as Brown lobs this one into the box. Headed back out by Fitzpatrick and cleared back to center. That one went over the hill and out of play. Wouldn't want to be that guy who's always running down the hill to track down those balls. Especially still during the growing season. Don't know what's down on the hill.
Colby Davis.
Dealing with poison ivy and all that junk. Colby Davis back in. Mustangs still with most of their starting lineup on the field. With 11:35 left here in the second half. The Mustangs were actually scheduled to play 3 straight games this week. They moved their contest that was scheduled yesterday against Connellsville to the end of the season, which, despite the busy conference schedule this week, probably a good move both for Laurel Highlands and Connellsville. Giving the Mustangs a little bit of a break yesterday, trying to stay fresh and stay in good form. Again, the Mustangs, considering they'll hold on tonight, will be unbeaten in 7 straight. That match coming up on Saturday against Bell Vernon. Dylan Seaman going down. It's the one thing you don't want to have happen, injuries. That's been the one bugaboo for the Mustangs so far this season. Again, already losing Connor Rapp to a potential season-ending injury. We mentioned the Zach Mansberry season-ending injury as well, both on the back line. And you'd hate to lose Dylan Seaman, who has popped back up and seems all right. Still in a little bit of pain. If I'm Coach Rogers down there, I think I'm going to start pulling some of these guys here, considering the number of guys that have gotten hurt already this season. Last thing you want to do is lose another guy in a 4-0 game in the final 10 minutes of regulation time. Dylan Rice. Another fire in here to Eli Mitchell. Pressure from behind by Benjamin Witt. Witt winning the ball over to Schwartzentruber. Seth Yannick is in there on the Laurel Highlands side. Off the Mustang bench. Also saw some playing time in the first half of this match as well. This one picked up by Nolan Sennett. Played along and through as Jake Kovacs will try to track that one down. Campbell, though, there for Laurel Highlands, just setting it out on the far side with 9:39 left here in the second half. Uniontown's been making changes like crazy here. Red Raiders coached by Greg Peck. Assistant coach Scott Fitzpatrick.
Re-entry for Uniontown, number 4, Clay Berkabow.
Clay Berkabow back in on the Uniontown side as a shot just going wide there from Jack Kovacs. And a goal kick here for the Mustangs.
Re-entry for Uniontown, number 11, Aiden Shetterly.
Aiden Shetterly also back into the match on the Uniontown side. Let's play a whistle down at center. .35 now left here in the second half. The Mustangs came in with Alec McLay and Colby Davis tied for the team leading goal scored on the season at 6. Davis with 3 here tonight. McLay did not score, so Davis taking over the team lead now with 9 by himself. Jeremy Abraham in traffic, trying to dance out of the pack with a ball there for Laurel Highlands. Red Raiders play it on, and now the ball will get settled back to Jacob Campbell here for Laurel Highlands. Dylan Siemens also scored 5 for the Mustangs so far this year as Eli Mitchell plays a little hacky sack with it and sends it down the far side to McLay, heading it along to Davis, but that one off sides as Davis was behind Scott Fitzpatrick on that play. Connor Rapp with 2 goals before his injury against Ringgold. Eli Mitchell scored 4. Also assisted on 8 so far this season, had 9 goals and 12 assists a season ago. The freshman Colby Livingston, 2 goals and an assist so far this season. And Evan McLay, a sophomore who sees some time off the bench and also doubles as Laurel Highlands' backup goalkeeper. Also with a goal for the Mustangs, who, with a win here today, will improve to 7-1-1 on the season. 4-0-1 in conference play. We have 7 minutes left here in regulation time. And if the Mustangs hang on to the shutout, it'll be their 3rd straight shutout against Uniontown in the series. It's been since 2015 since the Red Raiders have scored a goal against the Mustangs. Colby Davis looking for his 4th of the game. Davis now outside the box on the far side with Scott Fitzpatrick behind him. And the ball lost out of play by Davis. Uniontown trying to take the quick throw in. The ball wasn't ready for play. Now it is. And the Red Raiders fired back to center. Mustangs trying to create again. Jerry Freider on the near side. Freider pulling it back, looking for Eli Mitchell. Initially deflected there by Evan Hospa Davis. Seaman another touch over to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell crossing out in front. Red Raiders looking for the clear out. Now finally get it here on the near side. Mustangs to make a change. Dylan Rice to check out. Don Margella back in. Coach Rogers sticking with a lot of the starters.
Re-entry for Laurel Highlands, number 21, Dominic Margella.
Back to Freider. Lost it there. Abraham in open space. Seaman another touch. Circles back on the near side. Going low and forward. Knocked down by Sennett. Deflected up to Seaman. Played along to Davis. Going through on the backside to Steele. Centers. And the ball lost out of play. It's the Red Raiders deflecting it out. So another corner kick here for Laurel Highlands with 4:45 left in regulation time. 2 goals in the first half, 2 in the second half. For Laurel Highlands, 3 from Colby Davis, 1 from Todd Brown. Mustangs looking for their 5th of the night. Corner kick here, going all the way through on the near side. Brown finds it, fires, got blocked. Nolan Sennett trying to dribble it out. But Seaman regaining position there for Laurel Highlands. Back to Abraham. And the Red Raiders send it back in Jacob Campbell's direction. Campbell well out. 4 minutes to play. That's to settle on the far side. Deflected back to Abraham, who plays it up the field, looking there for McLay. Goes high and bodied in there by Sennett. Nolan Sennett, line drive coming forward. Aiden Shetterly trying to run it down, but it hops back to Jacob Campbell. Campbell on the lob back to center. Davis trying to track it down. Benjamin Witt defending. Played an open space to Seaman. Low and through McLay. Red Raiders pick it up. Send it back to Seaman again. Over to Todd Brown. Brown laying it down there to Braden Steele. Steele top of the 18. Firing just wide. Thought he had that one. Just going wide on the far side. 3:10 left. And Uniontown's bringing another 5 into the game. I think Barry got all 5 of those, right? Mustangs not making changes.
Into the game for Uniontown, number 15, Colby Voighton.
Colby Voighton, one of the new re-entries for Uniontown. Kovacs has it there for the Red Raiders. Seth Yannick defending. Again, Laurel Highlands sending it back to center. Little header there from Jonathan Davis. Dylan Seaman finding it again for the Mustangs, working his way around Nolan Peck. Colby Davis trying to track it down. Scott Fitzpatrick on the defense now, and Fitzpatrick and Davis getting tied up. Which way is the foul going to go? It'll go on Fitzpatrick for grabbing Davis. And a free kick here for Laurel Highlands from a dangerous position. As we go under 2 minutes left here in regulation time, some of the fans beginning to make their way out. And on the free kick, while pinball's around and McLay turns, shoots, but sends it high. 1:38 left. Uniontown to take the goal kick. And with the loss, Uniontown dropping to 1-8, 0-5 in the conference for third-year head coach Greg Peck. Laurel Highlands improving to 7-1-1 overall, 4-0-1 in the conference. Unbeaten in conference play, first time through the section. Remains top of the table with a road trip coming up to Bell Vernon, who entered play tonight 2-1-1 in the conference. Hosting Albert Gallant in a game which the Leps will be heavy favorites, or were heavy favorites in.
1 minute.
.50 seconds now left in the match. This will be the 24th straight win in the series now for Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. Really dominated going back to 2004. Braden Steele getting fouled there from behind. What's interesting about the 04 season, Uniontown won the only meeting 2-1. Teams weren't in the same conference. Uniontown actually played in AAA, Laurel Highlands in AA, and that Laurel Highlands team made the playoffs, lost to South Park in the first round. And Uniontown actually had a higher enrollment than Laurel Highlands did during the 04 season.
10, 9,
Final 10 seconds
8,
here.
7.
Looks like this one will remain 4-0
4, 3,
in favor of the Mustangs.
1.
And there's your final. Laurel Highlands off of a hat trick from Colby Davis.
And that is our ball game.
Defeating Uniontown 4-0, and Todd Brown also picking up a goal for the Mustangs in this match.
My Laurel Highlands fans, we have a very big game.
Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay. Your final score, Laurel Highlands 4 and Uniontown 0. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.
Of October, the 2nd, hosting Southmoreland.